Hey, how's it going? Just want to take this time to uh, talk about this kid. Um, I went climbing for the second time yesterday, and you know, did all kinds of YouTube research, that kind of stuff. Like basically just committed to doing the lowest rank climbs on the boulder walls um, over and over to work on the technique you need to do that and the strength you need to just do that. And they're at the I think it's Canyons up here in Frisco. They were working on one of the walls that had a couple of the zeros on. One was on it, and one was it used to be on it, and then another one was near it, near enough to where it wasn't cool to do it. But I got through with all of them, and then I had seen my friend Andrew. He did the V1, and it looked pretty complicated. I mean, for me anyway. And anyway, so I was like, well, just kind of chilling here. I was taking my time between reps, and I was like, okay, well, I'll try to do it. See how far I can get up it. And I got to like, the initial position and kind of got a leg up, and couldn't really make it. Like I could make it to this one hold, but didn't really know where to go from there. And just didn't have the strength to kind of hang out and figure it out. And so I gave it a couple of whacks, and then I'd come back and look at it, and Andrew and I talked about kind of what to try, and went back, gave it a third whack, and tried that. It didn't have the strength to really pull it off, and then I went back, chalked up for a little bit, just sat there, was waiting to cool down before I tried it again, and then this like, I mean maybe 12, 11, something like that, year old kid, and now I know they weigh a lot less and everything, but he's considerably shorter than I am. He goes up there and he just rocks it, like just takes it right down. And it was great. It was just it was. I mean, when I was younger, I would be, you know, more pissed and challenged about something like that. But I'm 45. I don't. I was like, wow, like, well, it's possible. And kid comes down, and we were all kind of like, all right, nice work, and then he and his dad go somewhere else to like climb or whatever, and then so I give it another try, and I actually made it past that, and I did kind of just went by kind of ugly climbing, really, just tried to feel it. Um, Made it to this hold, and beyond, like two moves past where I was stuck, and I didn't have, but that by that time we were at the end of the session, and I didn't really have the strength to keep going. My hands started hurting, but I mean, I fell because I just fell, like I didn't know where to go really, and but I'm, you know, it was just nice to make a little progress right there before the end of the session, and um, I'm back there, and Andrew and I are talking about, yeah, let's wrap it up, and the kid comes up to me, like makes a point, like he's just like, hey man, he was like, yeah, he was like, that was really awesome how you got past the second hold, and he was like, you were like really far up, you were like a little over halfway, and I was like, oh man, thanks, I was like, really appreciate it. I was like, man, you just scaled that thing like it wasn't anything. He's like, well, I've climbed it a lot before. He's like, yeah, but keep going, man, you're gonna get that one day. And I gave him another congratulate, just let him know it's like kind of inspiring to see it and stuff. And I don't know, it's one of those things. It was just kind of neat. Like this kid is like 30 some years my junior. He like went out of his way to just acknowledge a little bit of progress. I just thought that was pretty neat. So, makes me think back to all the years teaching, and you know just basically all the, not to make it sad, just all the opportunities missed and stuff. But I had to transition that energy into moving forward, really trying to make a point to look for the progress that I see, and just try to acknowledge it. I don't know. That's something everybody can do, even and especially if you're having a bad rehearsal. It's not paced right, or just all kind of stupid stuff. You know what I mean? You had to change the schedule a whole bunch or whatever. Anything that could take you out of your game. Um, just when you're pissed, just take a minute and try to find somebody doing something better, and I don't know, use that as a vibe. Anyway, do with that what you will.